Hello, welcome to this update. Let's see the severe weather. So there's an enhanced risk from far eastern Kansas to Illinois, and this slight risk from parts of the Texas Panhandle to Michigan, and this marginal risk there from southeastern Wyoming to the Texas Panhandle and to southeastern Ontario. So let's see here. Tornado just 5%, mainly in northern Missouri to Illinois and southern Iowa. Wind is the biggest threat, 30% hatched in the enhanced, and a good part of the 15% hatched, 5% also. Hail also big threat, 30% hatched, and 5% and 15% there. Severe thunderstorms are most likely across southern Iowa and to northern parts of Missouri and Illinois during the late afternoon and early evening. Very large hail, destructive wind gusts, and a couple of tornadoes are possible. So please be careful today. This is very dangerous. So let's see. Does this map have everything? Yes, Missouri, Iowa, and Illinois. So let's see. And we will talk about Canada soon, because there's even bigger severe weather there. So stay alert for that if you are in Canada. We will talk about that soon. So let's see. We have this slight line of storms that might cross Michigan like early this afternoon, and then going to parts maybe of the Lake Erie and Pennsylvania, and we'll talk about the Northeast soon. And let's see. And then we have this low pressure here coming from Iowa, and there's some really dangerous storms. Some really dangerous storms will start firing in southern Iowa and parts of northern Missouri by late afternoon and early evening maybe. Like they said, there are some big storms in Kansas too. It's showing some big storms there. And then these big storms in the northern Missouri, some really dangerous cells it's showing there, so be careful please. And then they go into Illinois and affect parts of Indiana later, but they'll be lighter there. So let's see. Yes, so please be careful with these storms there. Now let's see. For Canada here, they have this big, wait, they have this big severe thunderstorm watch here, risk of tornado, gusts up to 90 kilometers per hour and more. And there's this big tornado watch too, for high risk of tornadoes, strong wind gusts up to 110 kilometers per hour, large hail, and heavy downpours. So let's see. There's this other severe thunderstorm watch further north, strong wind gusts, and let's see. And this other tornado watch further south, risk of tornadoes, strong gusts, and hail. And there's this other severe thunderstorm even further south here, severe thunderstorm watch. There's this other severe thunderstorm watch here, and this other one. And there's even already a severe thunderstorm warning there. So as the severe storms form, they issue these warnings here. So we'll try to post these severe thunderstorm warnings in our Discord server along with the US warnings. So check the link in the description for that. So let's see here. So the Cape here for today, wait, is really high in parts of Kansas, Nebraska, even southern Iowa too, Missouri, some really high Cape too, and even in parts of Canada there, and Michigan, Illinois, and other areas. More Cape tomorrow, and let's see. Let's see Canada here. So you can see Wait, let's put the her here because I think I was with the name before. So let's see the her here. So it's showing the same thing. Some strong storms fire in southern Iowa, northern Missouri, some strong storms affecting Kansas too, and going into Illinois there, more northern Missouri, and affecting Indiana later too. So let's see Canada. So we get some storms firing in Ontario by this afternoon, maybe like we already have some storms now too. So there's already firing. So more strong storms there in parts of Quebec and Ontario, and showing some really potent thunderstorms there. So more dangerous storms to the south there, and then they move east. So let's see. Here you can see everything, I think. So you get the storms there in Ontario and Quebec, and they move east. There's this line, the HER, showing a really potent line of storms and some other dangerous storms in the south there. Then the line continues too. Yeah, and that's it. And we will have some stuff in the northeast tomorrow, not today yet. So let's see here. For day two, slight risks from, slight risks, yeah, parts of Colorado, Nebraska, northwestern Kansas, southeastern Wyoming, and there's this marginal risk from southeastern Montana to New Mexico. There's this other slight risk from parts of Maryland to New Hampshire, I think, and this marginal from West Virginia to Atlanta, Canada. So let's see. Tornado just in the plains, 2% tomorrow in Denver. No, Denver, no, parts of Colorado, parts of northwestern Kansas, and parts of western Missouri, no, what's that? Nebraska, western Nebraska. So hail, no, this is wind, sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me today. So let's see. There's this, the 5% from New Mexico to Wyoming, the 15% in this hatched area in parts of northeastern Colorado, Kansas, and Nebraska. And there's the other 15 and 5% in the east coast. And hail, nothing there. And just here in the plains, 15 and 5% for hail. And this is for wind, the hatched area there. So let's see. Scattered severe thunderstorms will be with large hail and severe wind gusts, some to 180 miles per hour, will be possible from Friday afternoon into evening across parts of Central Plains. Thunderstorms associated with damaging gusts will be also possible in parts of the northeast into afternoon and evening. So be aware there in the northeast too. Let's see here, day 3, just 2 marginals. One from parts of northern Kansas, parts of Iowa, Nebraska, southern Minnesota, and South Dakota, and this other one from South Dakota, North Dakota, parts of Saskatchewan and Manitoba. So, and the rest is fine. So let's see here. I forgot to show you one thing. There's this marginal risk in Florida today, in southeastern Florida, for day 1, June 13th, today. So there's 2% tornado threat in Florida too, 5% wind, and 0% hail. So sorry about that, I forgot. So let's see. Day 4 through 8, day 4 nothing, day 5 this big guy. So there's 15% chance of severe weather next Monday in parts of North, South Dakota, Minnesota, Ontario, and Manitoba. So this might be interesting again. So we gotta monitor that. Now let's see. Summer Cape for tomorrow there, Friday, in parts of the plains too. But let's see storms here. So Friday, yes. Saturday, Friday here. So we have this line of storms in the northeast tomorrow. On Friday, they might cause some damaging winds in parts of New York State, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and other areas. So be aware. Some scary storms in Canada too, and more there, and in the plains, of course. So be aware. Now let's see this thing here. Wait. Excessive, no, first quantitative precipitation, more in parts of Florida today, parts of the plains. Day 2, more in parts of Florida, the Bahamas, the plains and the northeast because of the storms. Day 3, more in the plains, parts of Canada too, and more in Florida. Day 4 starts climbing up the Gulf in Florida, and more in the plains and in Canada. Day 5, more in the northern US there, and in the Gulf. Day 6, northern US and Canada, and in the Gulf. Day 7 in the Gulf and US and Canada. So this is the whole outlook, days 1 through 7 here. And now excessive rainfall outlook is high in Florida today. So because of all the tremendous rain we had yesterday, the ground is very saturated today, so a high risk of flooding. But in my opinion, it won't rain as heavily as it rained yesterday. So, but the flood threat is higher, so please be careful. And a marginal risk there in the Midwest. So day 2, there's a slight in Florida, marginal in the plains, marginal in the northeast. Day 3, a slight in parts of the Midwest, and this marginal there. Day 4, a marginal in the Midwest there, and a marginal in Louisiana. And day 3, sorry, they also have a marginal in Florida. And day 5, a marginal in the Gulf, parts of the northern US. So be aware. And we have a big thing going on, which is this thing here. We are going to have a big heat wave setting up by this weekend and early next week. So let's see here. So this is for June 13th, the heat risk. Let's see how I get the other days here. So here Friday, this is for Friday. Saturday, more heat risk in the south and other areas there. Sunday, some extreme heat risk in parts of the south and starts climbing there in the Midwest and other areas. Monday, some extreme heat risk in parts of the Midwest and parts of semi-northeast and the plains, in southern Texas too, and the southeast. Tuesday, still some extreme heat risk, parts of the Midwest there, and northeast maybe, in other areas, and in Texas. Wednesday, still some high heat risk there, and in some other areas too. So this will be a big heat wave. But let's see further detail. You must be thinking, how high will the temperatures will actually be? So let's see. So these are the daily maximum temperatures only. So we have some 100s in the southwest today. Even in the plains there's some 100s, 90s in many places. Day 2, oh my gosh, more 100s in the southwest, some very hot 100s, and 90s all over the southeast and east coast. Day 3, more, where is it? Wait. Day 3 is not working, so I'll show you in another app. So this is day 4, more 100s in Texas in the southwest, and the 90s start climbing into the Midwest there. Very high 90s in the south too, and 90s all over the central southern US there. Now day 5, let's see, day 5 is Sunday and Monday, I think. More 90s in the Midwest, some high 90s there in many areas, more 100s in Texas and California and other areas. Day 6, I think is Monday to Tuesday maybe, more 100s in the south, 90s everywhere, still lots of 90s in the Midwest, all the way to the northeast. And day 7, more 100s in the southwest, and 90s all the way from Texas to Maine. So be aware of this coming heat. And then kind of lower in the west there, but still hot in some areas. So let's see here. The hazards. These hazards change all the time, but let's take a look. Some excessive heat warnings in parts of California there, in Arizona especially. Heat advisories in many areas. I think these are air quality advisories because there's no fog here in the list, so air quality. Flood watches in Florida. Some high wind watches there in parts of California, and some scared red flag warnings. So let's see here for the fire the outlook. Wait. So day 1, it's elevated from parts of California to Utah and Arizona too. Day 2 is kind of crazy because there's this elevated in New Mexico and Arizona, this other one in Nevada, and this other one in Oregon and Washington. So be aware. In day 3 through 8, I think it's fine for now. So thanks for watching and stay safe, please.